Hi, this is Cycle 2, Week 23, Great Composers. We are working on the orchestra song this week. So you are going to start in your class for this. I'm not exactly sure how this is going to work. We're going to have half of it that's going to be in your classroom and half of it that's going to be in large group. What we've done in the past is we have just taken an extra 15 minutes of the morning assembly time to do this, and that might happen again. So I apologize because I don't have the exact idea of what Julie wants to do, but let's just plan for that, and as it gets closer we can talk about it. So we're going to talk about orchestra this week and what that looks like and what that's composed of. There is a YouTube video of the Orchestra Song. We're going to just talk about in our classrooms now. We're going to start with I just think this is going to be funny, but maybe it's not. So I think we're going to hand out each one of these to each kid. And it says, Great Composer Test for Cycle 2. Because I think sometimes we forget and kids don't remember, but I think it is really good to know, at least for composers, kind of well, and the facts that we've learned about them. So I think it'd be just kind of funny to say, okay, who knows the composer and the 3 facts about them, or any 3 facts, doesn't have to be the ones that I picked out, and say, oh, okay, it looks like we all need to go through these together. And so I think if your kids are able to write, it might be a good idea just to review those for 7 minutes, 5 minutes, and just review the composers and 3 facts about them. Hopefully some kids will remember 1 or 2, and then together you can kind of remember together what period they composed in, and maybe 1 or 2 funny facts about them. So I think that's just kind of a quick review and just kind of a funny way to do it, to say, like, this is important too. Your cycle stuff is important, but this is also important. So, okay, now we're going into the orchestra song, and that we have a link for that, and then we're just going to talk about what an orchestra is, and all the definitions are in here: the strings, the woodwinds, the brass, the percussion, the definitions of them, and then what are examples in each category. So percussions, you would have drums, gong, cymbals, triangle, cowbell. So if kids don't say them, you can say them, and we're just getting them used to what an orchestra sounds like, which is what we have been listening to for the past 4 weeks, but now we're starting to talk about it in more detail. In our large group, we're going to sit in classes. We've done this before, and we're going to talk about the different families, and maybe we'll watch the YouTube video with George as he asks the kids, he asks the professionals what each instrument does and those kinds of things, because I think it is a good educational video and it's pretty quick. If not, we'll still do that, and we'll probably run through the orchestra song that is everyone's favorite, but we'll do it for like 10 minutes and then we'll just be done with it. And a lot of kids know it, so we'll walk you through it. Again, some of that's going to be a little up in the air right now, but know that you're going to do the vocabulary for the orchestra in your class and the great composer review in your class, and then the large group will be in a large group. And again, this will be the end of it. Next week we are not going to have music. We have taken what Classical Conversations wanted us to, and we've made it into 5 weeks. Instead of reviewing the last 2 weeks, we're only going to review this week, and then we will use that time to do our end of the year program. Thanks.